Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, lived a wholesome Chungus Mossad agent who just loved to throw big parties. Lots of good food, entertainment, and other things. And then we found out a decade later, after he had been put in federal prison and allegedly rope maxed, that he loved to watch the UFC. So today we are talking about the UFC fighters that would go to the Island tier list. We're here. We're back. What's up, guys? We got 6 tiers here. We got the Stein tier, the number 1 tier. This is going to go to the ultimate Epstein, the Epstein, okay? The number 1 Stein, the number 1 Goy. Then we got the Island Elites. These guys are kind of running the show. You know, they're kind of in on it. They know all the things. They know the gist. We got the guest tier. You know, you were invited to the island. You showed up, had a good time. We have the rejected tier where, like, they got rejected. They wanted to go. They got rejected or just rejected. Then we got the bro was not invited tier. Bro was not invited. This means you were not invited to the island. And then we have a unique tier. We have the hero tier. This is the person that shows up to the island, or the people, the fighters, that would secretly get in and save the day. So let's get right into this. We're going to start off with Michael Morales. I think we're going to go in the guest tier. Guest tier for Michael Morales. He's getting that invite. He's showing up. You know, they say, hey, we'll set up a dancing station for you. You know, a certain kind of exotic dancing station for you. He's getting right in there. He'll be loving it there. They might consider promoting him one day. Umar. All right, listen, we're going to get a little bit controversial. Okay, we're going to get a little bit controversial. You know, okay, so I can't do this. I put like 4 Dagestanis on this tier list. Do I just do the same thing with everyone? Bro is definitely a guest. Bro is definitely a guest. He's going there for certain reasons. Oh, man. People are going to hate me. Johnny Walker. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling some hero vibes from Johnny Walker. Kind of feeling some hero vibes. You know, not too many heroes on this list, so we're going to try to get like 5 maximum. Is he one of the heroes? I'm going to go no. I think he was invited. Maybe he'd reject it. Johnny Walker seems like a pretty cool guy. The only thing I question is if he's too dumb, if he's been chinned too many times, if he got Jamal Hill too many times, that maybe he would accept it. I think he's cool enough. I think he's smart enough to get rejected. Or sorry, he got the invite and then rejected it. So, yeah. Kayla Harrison, bro was not invited. She wanted to go. She wanted to hang with the boys. But they said, nope, too old, too chopped. They said too old, too chopped. And she got flat out rejected. She got not invited to the Diddy Island. Manel Cap. Is Manel Cap one of the heroes? Yeah. I love Manel Cap, my favorite flyweight. He is one of the heroes. I do think he would save the day here. Infiltrate, he gets the invite in his Portuguese accent or whatever. He'll go, sure, brother. No, he doesn't talk like that. He'll be like, sure, man. I don't even know how to do this accent, dude. I don't know how to do this accent. I don't do impersonations. So he'd be like, sure, man. And he'd show up and he'd infiltrate. He'd get into the ranks. And he was, and then he'd save a bunch of the people there. Anyways, Sean Strickland. Just too dangerous. Bro was not invited. Too dangerous. You know, he could have been one of the heroes, but they did not want to take any risks with this guy. Not invited. Sean Strickland. Here's the thing, you guys. Can't get invited to this one. Too freaking dangerous. Bobby Green. I don't think Bobby Green is malevolent. I don't think... well, here's the thing. He switched his name to King Green. He owns a strip club. Huh. Maybe he is maniacal like that. I don't know. Is Bobby Green a malevolent being? I don't think so. I think he's kind of clueless. I think he would just show up for a good time. Yeah, I think Bobby Green would show up for a good time. Not really. Because that's the thing here. Just because you accept doesn't mean you know what's going on. So we're going to have some people that are getting accepted that, either know what's going on or don't know what's going on. I don't think Bobby Green knows what's going on. Umar knows what's going on. Bobby Green does not know what's going on. So he might just show up for a good time. Ian Gary, definitely one of the Island Elites. Definitely one of the island elites. He's running the show over there. He's setting the things up. And he's watching in the corner. Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is a really tough one. He's definitely not Epstein or Island Elite. He's definitely not Epstein or Island Elite. But he's one of these he's not a hero either. He's either a guest, he got rejected, or bro was not invited. I feel like he would reject. I feel like he would reject for some miscellaneous reasons. Maybe he, had to go do something that day, like go just walk around. I don't even know. So I think he would reject it. Carlos Prates, part of the Goy Nerds. He is part of the Goy Nerds, the Goyim Nerds. Do I think Carlos Prates would do anything here? Yeah, they would offer him like the most exclusive like cigarettes a man could buy maybe on the island, the best alk, and I think he would say yes. I think he would say yes to that. So we're gonna go Carlos Prates in the guest tier. Paulo Costa, one of the heroes. No, here's the thing where you have to be careful. Would he get invited though? I think he would. I think they would. With Sean Strickland, they would not invite him because they know what he would do. Would they not invite Paulo? Or I think they would. So we're going to go hero tier for Paulo Costa, the hero. Paulo Costa's the hero. He knows what's going on. Peep the Twitter. Yeah. Justin Gaethje, probably a guest. Stupid Rufus. Stupid MAGA idiot. You're falling for the Goyim, son. So, he kissed the wall. I think he was on the kiss the wall tier in my UFC kiss the wall tier list. So I think he's definitely showing up. I don't think he has any malevolent intentions. Kind of like Bobby Green here, kind of clueless. Just thinks he's showing up for a good time. Rose Namajunas. Well, actually, let's move someone next to her. Let's move someone next to her first. Let's actually start with this guy, Pat Barry. Yeah, I kind of wanted to save this for the end, but we're here already. He is the big Stein. Kind of early. I kind of wanted to save this for the last one. He is the one. He's the one. If you don't know anything about Pat Barry, if you're casual maxing and you clicked on this video, look up Pat Barry, Rose Namajunas, click on some articles, click on some Reddit forums. This guy is the big Stein before the big Stein. So we're going to go him and the Epstein. And then Rose, she was manipulated. Like it's not her fault. She's obviously a guest there. I don't think she's an island elite. I don't think she has any intellectual factor. I don't think she has any, I don't even know. So, guest, unfortunately, prayers for her, but she is a victim of the island. Derek Lewis. Now, on my TikTok video I made of this a couple months ago, I made a TikTok equivalent of this. It was just only 5 people. Derek Lewis was on the list. And he was a guest. And a lot of people crash out about that. I said, how could you let wholesome Derek Lewis be in the guest tier list? He wouldn't go to the island. The way I phrased it is this. Dude, the island had really good food. We can't deny this. Listen, as bad as it was, we all know, as maniacal as it was and malevolent and evil and disgusting, they had really good food. They had 5-star chefs. So that's what it is. Derek Lewis is showing up for the food. You can tell him we got some fried chicken, brother. Why am I doing a Daggy accent? They're gonna be like, yeah, we got some good food. He's gonna show up. So wholesome, kind of like Bobby Green and Gaethje. Wholesome show up, but he will be showing up. Natan Levy, cue the music. Oy vey, clip the coins. He's going straight in the island elites. Natan Levy above Ian Gary. He might be number 2 to Pat Barry. He might be his number 2. Enough said. Let's move on. Let's not get in too much trouble. Patty Pimlet, same exact reason as Derek Lewis. The food. The food. Off-season Patty, bloat maxed. He is a bloat cell, so he's going there for the food. Islam Makhachev, right next to his buddy Umar. What can I say? Gotta go right next to his buddy Umar. I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to get in too much trouble here with certain communities. Yeah, he's showing up for certain reasons. Yeah, I'm going to say it how it is. And I'm going to say it how it is. Ilya Taporia, and then his superior walks in. Fuck no. Hero. I need a hero. I need a hero. Yeah, Ilya Taporia is the superior of Islam in every way. better fighter, better looking, True Religion. So we're gonna go Ilia Topuria in the hero tier list. In the hero tier, they'd send an invite. Ilya's not too public on these things. And a lot of people are going to say, what about the Nelk pod? He said on the Nelk pod. Dude, he was freaking fence sitting on the Nelk pod. And then in the next podcast, he freaking sided with the correct side. So, hero tier for Ilia Topuria. He's based. He knows. He'll save the day. Him and his boy, Jamil Cap Paulo Costa. Magomed, yep. Guest tier list, yep. Okay, wait. I have this right in front of me. All right, here we go with this one. Ahmed Hassanzada. Ahmed Hassanzada. So if you don't know who this is, this guy, oh man, I might just be screwing this up. I think he won his Contender Series fight and he got signed, but then he got arrested. I'll throw it up on the screen. It's not funny. It's fucking evil. He should go to jail for life. So he's going in the elites. Bro's like that. Bro is like that. Yeah. And bro, look at his stupid face. Right above Magomed. Look at his hideously ugly face. Chopped haircut. Bro's in the Island Elites. Cody Garbrandt won his fight a couple days ago, or I guess this will be releasing on Wednesday, so a few days ago. Even though it was a blatant robbery. I don't know why I'm talking about the fights. Who cares? Anyways. We're going to go Cody in the, I think he rejected. Prime Cody, when he was, the big star, he's making all the money, pulling all the girls, they had TMZ following this guy around. Maybe he would have said yes, but now he's he's gone through a midlife crisis, terrible mustache, more terrible tattoos, terrible tattoo, aging. I think he's settled down a little bit. I really liked in his last fight how he was bucket maxing and, headbutt maxing. Billy Goat Ram maxing. So I think he'd reject it. Nate Diaz, let's reject. Same thing as his brother. I think he'd be like, fuck no, I'm not going to the island. I got better things to do. So yeah. Matt Hughes. So as far as I'm aware, there's not any Diddy allegations for Matt Hughes, but there is some of these allegations, which are nearly true. He wrote a book on it. Yeah, so they are true. His wife claimed it, and he wrote a book on it. So where do we put him? Like, where does that really stand? Yeah, I think anything malevolent as that makes you an Island Elite. It doesn't just have to be Diddy activities. I think it can be, some other activities. So we're gonna put him in the Island Elites. I think he's running the show over there. He's running the, punch. The punch ring. He's running the punch ring. This is not funny. Why am I laughing? This is not funny. This is not funny. Evloev right next to his oh no, wait! I was about to throw Evloev right next to his boys, but he's in the Island Elites. We know the story. The sauna maxing with Sneeko. Bro's in the Island Elites. I gotta stop laughing. We gotta get serious. Hasbulla. Look at the stupid face. He would be a guest. They'd be using him. He's not a guest because he wants to be there. They would just be, he would be one of the products. Oh, I shouldn't say that. What are you doing? That's not funny. Come on. He would be there. Joe Pyfer. Just threw Joe Pyfer on here because he has a fight coming up with Izzy in a couple of weeks. I think they'd be afraid to invite Pyfer, not because of the based reasons you may assume, but because he's so angry, he might get there, he might be enjoying himself, sitting in the hot tub, and then just like the littlest thing will make him angry. He'll start swinging hands, punching the guests. So he's a liability. He's a danger to the island. So they are not going to invite Joe Pyfer. Speaking of fight weeks, we are on Emmett versus Vallejos fight week coming up. So we got the two main event stars. We got Josh Emmett here. This is like, I don't even know. This is kind of like when I did the wall tier list and I just had random ass fighters. I don't know. What do I think Josh Emmett would do? I think he'd reject it. Seems like a cool guy. He'd just be like, I think he'd just do it in a chill manner. He'd just be like, nah, man. I'm good. I got a family. Just settle down on this one. And then Kevin Vallejos. Now, Argentina, we don't know too much about Kevin Vallejos' character, but Argentina's a particular matter. They're pretty fucking based, but at the same time, they have a high percentage of a certain population. So you really don't know what to go here for Vallejos. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to just say rejected. I'm just going to say he's rejecting it. Vallejos said no. He didn't just give a Josh Emmett no. He said, fuck no, I'm not going to that shit. So yeah, Vallejos in the rejected tier. John Dodson. Kind of same thing as Hasbulla here, just one of the entertainment factors of the island. No, Dodson's not Hasbulla tier. What would I do with Dodson? I'm just thinking of a random person to put on this list. I was like, what about John Dodson? He is really chopped, man. Holy maxilla, by the way. This is brutal. Holy maxilla. What do we do with Dodson? What to do with John Dodson? Yeah, I think he'd just show up. That's it. George St. Pierre, I unfortunately got to go guest here with GSP, and the only thing that's convincing me is this photo right here. This photo right here is the only thing that's convincing me. Again, wholesome Chungus. I think he would show up kind of like how Derek and Justin are showing up with no, idea of what's actually going on behind the scenes. I think you just show up for the ladies, show up for the drinks. So I'm going to go GSP in the guest tier list. Said Dumas. We're going to go guest tier list. There's not one crime that this guy has not committed. I think he's got way more crimes than he does UFC wins. I think it nearly double triples it. I think he's going for every crime in the book, so we're going to go in the guest tier. I think this is one of their top candidates for an Island Elite, so they're considering him. Payne Talbot, guest. Same thing as Michael Morales. Throw him right next to him. Same exact reasons. They'd pay him a couple bucks to do the dancing on the cylinder. Plat cylinder. So, am I allowed to say that here on YouTube? Can I just say pole dancing? Am I allowed to just say that? I don't know. We'll see. Fareed Baccarat. Again, just saying random ass people. Fareed Baccarat, right next to his brothers. Right next to his brothers. Max Holloway. Lost to Charles Oliveira dominantly. Before this, I think I would have said Max rejected, but now I'm kind of pissed that he lost and I got my pick wrong and he got dominated, even though he was stuffing Edgar takedowns and getting up immediately from Ortega takedowns, and just kind of pissed me off that he got outstruck by Charles as well. So, and then he fucking sucks, and this is supposed to be a top 15 fighter of all time or something. So we're gonna go Max Holloway in the guest tier list. Don't have any reason, just screw him for losing. Conor McGregor. Dude, Conor's so tricky because on one hand you want to think like, dude, he knows me, he's not gonna show up, he knows. But on the other end, you got to go Conor in the. I don't want to put him in the elites. He's not an elite. I don't think so. I think he's just showing up for a really good time. I think he maybe would catch wind of what's going on and he would just ignore it and just keep partying, which I don't like, obviously. Evil. So we're going to go Conor McGregor in the guest tier list. Tony Ferguson. It's kind of like the Nick Diaz situation. Kind of tricky here. Would he show up unknowingly or would he just reject it? I feel like he would reject it because Tony's awesome. Yeah, not too much to say there. We're going to go Tony. We're going to go Tony. I'm still sick, guys. Holy shit. Hold on one moment. We're going to go Tony in the rejected tier. I don't think I'm going to edit that out. I don't know if I'm going to edit this video. Kai Kara France. He would just, same thing as Hasbulla, just one of the, entertainment factors over there. Little fucking imp. Nobody likes this guy, okay? Dude, Kai Kara France is the worst. Look at his face. Actually, they might just not invite him. You know what? No. No. He would apply. He wants to go. He wants to be there. And he knows, okay? That's how maniacal he is. He's evil. But bro was not invited because he's too hideously chopped and no one fucking likes Kai Kara France. Then we got Paul Craig. So before you read the early life, you might say, Paul Craig, yeah, probably rejected, maybe he'd show up, whatever. But then you read the early life and you see his nickname. Oh. Island Elite for Paul Craig. He knows what's going on. Look at the fucking nickname on this guy. Look at the nickname on this guy, of course. Of course. Bryce Mitchell, I want to put him in the hero tier list, but you know what? Actually, we're putting him in the hero tier list. Here's the story. So, Bryce Mitchell doesn't get invited. They shadow ban him. They ban him from the island, but he sneaks in on a small vessel to the island, shows up. You can make a whole Netflix series on this guy, and he works with the boys, Manel Cap, Marvin Vittori, who I'm about to add here in a sec. Marvin Vittori, he's the Durotagonist to Bryce Mitchell. These two are rejected from the island. They are not allowed in. They are not invited. And then they sneak in on a small little two-man vessel, sneak in on the island, team up with the boys, and save the day. They save the world. We're going to go with them in the hero tier list. Save the day, boys. All right, Jon Jones. Elite, I mean, not too much to say here with Jon Jones. Yeah, just look at this picture. I mean, he's there for Hasbulla, bro. Bro made sure Hasbulla was imported to the island. He made sure he was exported from Russia. He was the one behind all of that. You know, he knows what's going on. And he's running the show over there. Shara Bullet right next to his brothers. Dan Hooker, super guest. He's a super guest. Right next to Morales, right next to Talbot. He is a super guest based on the recent events. All right, Yuri Prohaska. Again, I love Yuri. I think he's cool. I think he's got some good moral ethics. The issue is I just feel like he's so clueless that he would just show up. Or would he be busy with something? I feel like he'd be busy with something. If he had an open schedule, I feel like he would show up. But because I feel like Yuri's busy a lot of the time, in the dark room, having kids, or having a kid, congrats to Yuri, having a title fight where he's going to smash Olberg. We're going to have to go in the, he had to turn it down. He had to turn down the offer. So yeah. Alexander Volkov, this is just a random one that I threw in. I'm going to go rejected. Just get those vibes from Volkov. Seems like a pretty awesome dude. Carlos Olberg right next to the boy. We got so many of these guys. Morales, Talbot, Olberg. These guys are all cut from the same cloth. They're there. They're being paid to do the thing. Carlos Olberg, if you're confused with what I'm saying, look up what his job was before the UFC. Kelvin Gastelum, same reason as Derek Lewis. Where is Derek Lewis? Oh, he's right there. What am I doing? He's right next to him. Yeah, holy tard moment. Yeah, we're going to go Kelvin in the guest here. He's there for the food. And finally, I wish we had a more climatic ending, but it's Habib. Just going to go next to the brothers. So that is the UFC Island tier list. I'm sorry if I offended some groups. Just having some fun. The big Stein is Pat Barry. Look them up. Do your research. We got the Island Elites, the boys. We got the guests. We got the entertainment guests. We got the certain group of individuals guests. We got the clueless guests. We got the, product guest. Oh, my gosh. People that rejected it. Bro was not invited tier. And then the heroes, our 5 heroes. So that's the list. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time.